Hello and welcome to the Garion Tabletop. I am Garion Rivan and I have some very special news for today and for the future of the Far Wastes. First, let's talk about why I've not updated the game in a while. The last devlog was back in August of 2024, and while I've worked on the game since then, that's a long time without public updates. I'm essentially solo developing this, writing everything on my own, and when Eli, the game's artist, took an extended hiatus for personal reasons, I sort of lost enthusiasm. I got burned out. Then I had a spark of an idea for a fancy TTRPG, so I got sidetracked thinking about and working on that for a while. The fancy idea, which we'll call The Wheel for convenience, isn't ready to show, but it's a high magic system with a bit of a deconstructed approach to classes. It is an idea that fascinates me, but more on the wheel another time. This second TTRPG idea got me thinking about how I want to handle these things in the future. When they're ready for release, how do I link them? How do I keep them under the same umbrella? So I decided to properly establish a game developing branch of Garion Riva. I present Rivan Games. Right out the gate, Rivan Games has its first proper release, Swan's Guide to the Profane. A D&D 5e homebrew book, or PDF, containing all my original D&D content to date. It contains 30 subclasses across all the official classes, including one each about poison and one each about blood magic. It has my own original class, the Channeler, who cast through physical mediums, making their magic hard to resist but inflexible, along with 4 subclasses for them. And it has my complete overhaul of poisons, aiming to make them a viable and balanced part of the game, comparable to potions or even magic. I have about 200 poisons listed in the book. And Swan's Guide to the Profane is available right now completely free as a download on my website, linked in the description. I put a great deal of work into it, so I hope you like it, and I'd love to hear if you play using any of the content in it. But my website isn't the only place you can get Swan's Guide, as it's also available on the new Patreon I've set up for Rivan Games. This new Patreon, completely unconnected from the one that supports my video content like Pokesins, is to support the development of the Far Wastes, the Wheel if we go through with it, and any other projects like that we may make in the future. Pledging will offer a range of rewards depending on what people are interested in, with one being access to the full rules of the Far Wastes when it releases in a playable form, hopefully sometime this year. Staying pledged ensures you get any and all updates to the rules as they come, and that's for the low price of £2 a month plus VAT. Currently, the work in progress rules unveiled in my devlogs are on the Far Wastes lab, linked in the description. But when the full rules release, the lab will serve as an intro and a testing ground for new content. Speaking of the Far Wastes, we have a logo. I'm really pleased with this. And the time I spent working on the wheel has given me a different perspective on the Far Wastes. I worry I may have been a bit bogged down by convention and abundance of ideas when I first wrote a lot of the Far Wastes. A downside of the solo development thing is it's hard to see the hole you've dug yourself until you climb back out and look back. Not to say that the Far Wastes is bad ideas, I still love the vibe, core concepts, and frankly the majority of what there is. But I'm going to try trimming it down and refining it, aiming for a smoother system that better reflects the fast-paced combat and flexible foundation of post-apocalyptic gameplay that I originally imagined. Of course, I'll keep anything I trim just in case, but I want to see if it improves it. I plan to have a devlog showing more of what I mean with that in the near future, so subscribe to Garion Tabletop and follow the Rivan Games Patreon to keep up to date. Remember, you don't need to be on a paid tier to follow a creator on Patreon now. You can follow them to see all of their free posts too. I like to keep news videos as short and to the point as possible, so that's about it. I've been really excited to unveil Rivan Games and the new logo. All your pledges will go to aid the development of the games, hiring artists, paying for programs needed to prep, run and test this stuff, and so on. I aim for the game to be playable this year, and every pledge will help with that. Thank you very much for watching. My website, Rivan Games Patreon, and the Far Wastes Lab are all linked in the description. Subscribe for more Far Wastes devlogs, or for board games, card games, miniatures, and TTRPGs like this. And I will catch you later.